Matt stopped by today. What are we doing today, Matt?
Awesome cabinets.
Awesome cabinets.
Sonic cabinets.
Sonic cabinets.
It's a little different than what we did at your house. These are like next step up. Right? So Sonic. So things like Husky and New Age would be here. Sonic would be, I'm sorry, Saber would be a step above that, and these are a step above Saber. But the great part about it for us is we don't have to assemble them. They already come pre-assembled.
So we've been starting to take them out of the boxes. First thing we got to do though is move Alberto's little war-torn area out.
That thing is huge.
So she said. Matt, why do we do so many cabinets?
That's the only way I know how to do it, son. You can't give me your credit card and then expect it not to look awesome. It's just the way I roll.
Yeah,
Look at that.
There's so many.
That's the coolest thing you've ever seen.
Dude, I have enough tools to fill like maybe one of those drawers.
Wait until you get the lights rolling. Like when you get lights in here, and it's Alberto's gonna get a suntan.
I'm ready. I don't have like one of the bars ready. This is really cool. How they like tie together.
Yeah, super simple, huh?
So should I try to demonstrate, or
Yeah.
I'll bang those little Allens in real quick.
This is one of the lessons that I learned when I was putting it together. Is just put these in first.
Oh, did you put them in after?
No, we just didn't. I forget what we did, but
One at a time.
yeah.
Like a big mess.
We put one in and then held the wire pipe up and then put the rest in. Just not smart.
So these are all the same, correct?
Correct.
So these have like slots in them?
Yeah.
I see. I thought these braces were going to go across the side, but this is so easy. Just there we go. And then you just tighten them up. That's pretty cool. So this is what the backboards are going to mount to?
Yeah.
That's cool, because I thought the backboards were going to mount to the wall, and I was like, oh, that's kind of going to be a pain.
Yeah, I had no idea when I got mine how the heck was that going to work. And what happens is it pulls it all together, so everything's nice and stout.
I was worried that we were going to have an issue with this mounting the board on the wall, but it doesn't matter now.
Yep, we're good.
It's pretty cool. In theory, if you wanted to, you could leave this much space behind here.
Yeah, you could. Is this too small? Should I have gone bigger? Will it do? Is this going to work?
For now. This is a placeholder.
The great part about it is if you move, this would be really easy to just pack up and roll.
Yeah, that is true. A lot easier than the other ones that we have in my house, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, because yours we mounted to the wall.
Yeah.
So this is going to be...
These are rad. It looks pretty legit.
Yeah. A lot of Sonics. Sonic. I wonder, no one will want to wonder what your cabinets are. No more ripping your shorts, huh?
Yeah, dude, that was the worst. The cabinets at home, I still get like filed on the edges because they're brutal.
It looks pretty, but it'll rip your skin off.
I didn't know these already have insert. That's nice.
Yeah.
So we don't have to spend all the time cutting them.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little touch. Even like the cabinets, even the like the shelves have that too.
What?
We can get.
What?
Wait. We can get a master key.
That's the
bars that you're holding.
No, I know, but I thought the cabinets you were gonna have to mount to the wall. So
No,
you
dude,
didn't have to
they
mount
just
anything
snap
to the
right
wall.
in 2 seconds.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm
Did
sold.
you guys find anything else that you need from Home Depot?
I don't think
Got
so.
anything? Because we're gonna start heading out.
How are you?
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Maybe we'll have to grab food on the way back.
Yeah, just let me know.
I don't need any food. I'm on a cleanse.
Matt doesn't eat.
No, I need too much. I'm not. For wax for it. So what are you doing there?
Tightening some screws.
All right. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, we're gonna be done with this by lunchtime.
I know, for real, literally.
It's awesome. We'll have to do a little bit of leveling and put the countertops on, but
We're gonna level this? I went inside to edit my video because Matt told me that we weren't gonna do the upper cabinets or the countertops until they were pushed against the wall. He's apparently a liar now. The fame got to his head, now he's a liar.
yeah. Shoot, that's a funny one.
It's true.
Everybody says I never laugh, but yet when I'm hanging out with you, I'm always laughing at something.
And forgetting your stuff.
Losing stuff.
Yep.
Getting stuff.
I'm just annoying him right now by closing all the cabinets. He needs to open back up again.
There's a little pilot hole for our power cord to run through, and then we're going to take our matching, these things match really nicely, and put that in place with some self-tapping metal screws. Ready?
Oh, that's easy. I'm surprised we didn't go through the wall.
Keep going.
Yeah, we need like a little bit more.
Okay. Push.
That's not
Cable.
push.
Good.
How you doing down there, bud? Oh, hey, man. A little stuck.
Less than 24 hours and we've already acquired another replacement Z32 trans. The Z plug actually reached out to me, gave me the number for his friend called the Z32 plug. The Z32 plug had a bunch of different options. So went and got this one. What do you think?
I guess it works.
Should we probably like power wash it real quick or something?
Oh yeah.
We were missing one little kick plate, so I had to take some scrap and cut it up and paint the edge a little bit and got it to look pretty nice, but this is basically the finished product. It's so wide I have to back up so far just to get it. It's funny, like if I'm filming this section of the shop, Matt, it almost looks as nice as like your areas, but then I pan over and it's like, ugh. So obviously cabinets are done. Let's give them a super quick tour, but they can go over to your channel if they want to see like the full detailed install and all the little quirks and stuff.
Stainless tops. Beauty of stainless is it looks real pretty when it's clean, but you do have to clean it quite a bit.
Come with nice foam inserts.
Inserts. These are
Fancy.
piston actuated. I forget, we already forgot the name of it, and then my dad just told me 5 minutes ago.
These, they did not come with these power strips. We just picked these up from Home Depot, but they actually like go pretty nice with it.
I mean, check out things like the shelves are super stout. Just little neat little quirks that they do to make these better. And these are made in Amsterdam, Denmark.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So these aren't like some Chinese. You know, they're really high quality.
It's pretty cool.
I'm really pumped at how they look. The fit and finish of these is what it's all about.
I don't remember how it actually played out, but how I found out about Sonic, there's a guy that I think is he a rep for Sonic?
Yeah, Scott is he's one of the regional reps. Yeah.
How did I meet Scott? Was it through you or did I meet him on my own?
So we were at your house doing your garage.
Oh, and he stopped by.
Yeah. Took
and
us
then
over to his house and showed us the cabinets.
so.
And then I saw. Remember me? We opened up the drawer.
And you're like,
all the
ooh.
inserts, and I was going crazy.
So they make tools also, and they have direct fit like kits that directly fit in here, all nicely organized in foam and everything. But they're very expensive and.
Someday, Adam. Someday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not very expensive compared to tools, but compared to my Harbor Freight array that I'm used to,
Yeah,
it's a pretty penny.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, these cabinets. What did we end up paying for, Matt?
It's $13,500.
It sounds expensive, but for something like this, it really is a very good deal.
Yeah.
If you compare it to a lot of the other big name brands.
I mean, this is what a dealership would have. You know, this is dealership level. That's who they cater to. IMSA racing, dealerships, aviation, but they're now priced at a point that, you know, if you have a big garage, I wouldn't call it reasonable, but it's not anywhere near upper echelon pricing. You know, something like a Lista cabinet array like this would cost, you know, about $30,000. So.
Well, I am a dealership, Matt.
Yeah.
I just only buy cars.
Someday you'll have to sell a few of them.
Yeah, someday.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of the comments said you wanted to see Matt go for a ride in the BMW.
Short ride.
Short ride.
Short ride.
Okay, I'll go let it warm up real quick.
All right.
All right.
Yippee.
He goes, it feels just like my M3, but it's faster.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say my M3 is better, but no.
It is better. I would much rather have an M3.
You think?
Yeah, for sure. A supercharged M3 would be like just a way more balanced car. This thing's, it's fun, but it's.
Because a lot of people have that question about, you know, would you rather have an M3 or would you rather have,
So this.
Big turbo N54?
Well, I mean, you could have a stock turbo 154 and make more power than the M3.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little bit more fun to drive around town. But the limiting factor is the fact that you don't have the LSD, and you have much different like arms and bushings, so the car feels sloppy.
Yeah.
This car has all the M3 bushings, M3 arms, so it's essentially an M3 underneath without the wider fenders. And it does make the car a lot more enjoyable to drive, but it's still like, I would rather have a nice responsive NA V8 than a newer turbo 6-cylinder, because if it was an older one, it would be a lot more responsive and direct. But this one still just feels lazy.
I don't even know if I'm going to supercharge mine. It feels
really crazy straight pipe on it, just because since it's not my daily anymore, it's so quiet that it kind of takes away from the excitement of driving the car.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. That's about half. That was about half throttle.
I figured. Yeah, I mean it feels like a really fast 335.
Try to let it warm up a little more.
I learned this in my S2000 that I had too much horsepower for the chassis.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Takes away some of the fun of it.
But at the same notion, like, part of the fun for me is like having too much power for the chassis because it is more of a handful to drive. But there's something to be said about a nice, well-balanced car as opposed to something like this.
Yeah, but you're much more. You know what to do if the car gets sideways. You know, just from
This thing though is when you start, I feel like getting in the higher power, higher grip cars, it starts to get really unpredictable.
Yeah.
As compared to like a drift car that doesn't have much grip. When it steps out, it's like, okay, it's made to do this.
I guess you can't really countersteer when you're driving straight.
I mean, you can a little bit, but still, when you have so much grip, still, and so much power, like it steps out very, very visceral, like very rowdy.
Yeah. I get you.
Ready? This car's turning into literally, I like driving around.
This is just your joyride.
Oh,
like
I putted around town, then like a friend stops by the warehouse I haven't seen in a while. Oh, you want to go for the BMW? Want to go for a ride real quick?
Yeah, without Brembos, you'd be freaking screwed.
Yeah. It gets frustrating.
Life.
It gets frustrating, you know, when you have a car like this and it's throwing codes non-stop and you can't really enjoy the car. But it seems like between Active and PSI, they really got it ironed out, and like I haven't had any issues yet. I'm sure they'll come. So knock on some fake wood grain.
Luckily, you got 17 other cars to get in.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you think? Faster than the M3?
Just a little bit. Yeah, I was shocked at how slow because I hadn't had an E92 in like 5 years. And I got in and I'm like, because when I had it at the time, I was scared to death, like to even hit red line.
Well, it's one of those cars though. You have to drive the crap out of it because it's a flat plane, right?
Yeah.
No,
it's not. It's not.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
Really? Huh.
No, it's a traditional V8.
Oh, I was under the impression they were flat planes as well.
No.
Oh, well, either way, I know that the power delivery is very similar to the flat plane. Where if you don't really rev it out, it doesn't feel fast.
Nobody home. Yeah, absolutely not. But now, now I get it. In comparison to other cars that I've owned, it feels so slow.
Yeah.
And compared to this is insane. I mean, you would literally be 20 bus lengths.
Oh, even the stock version of this that made 420 wheel.
Yep. But I don't care.
Oh yeah. No, I would rather have an M3 than a stock 335 all day.
Yeah, you should get one.
Before I single turbo this, I was contemplating like, should I just basically get the same exact car in an M3, and then down the road I could always supercharge it.
Yeah.
But I
like the idea of maybe a Harup. Harup is a positive displacement supercharger. Really cool. ESS is really big in that game too.
For me, it's just more or less the fact that this car has sentimental value because people on the channel really like it. I didn't want to get rid of it. I thought it'd be cool it being such a like developed platform now at this point to actually single turbo then 54 because they are so rad and because they have so much potential. I mean, making 750 horsepower on a unopened engine, untouched, is pretty unreal. I mean, people make 850 reliably. So
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I really want to put a Garrett turbo on this. I think it would spool quite a bit faster and I think it would make more power.
What's on it now?
It's a Zona rotor that Motive sells with their kits, and it's a really good ball bearing turbo. But just looking at the specs and everything, it's very similar to a 3582 Garrett. But the Garrett is rated from like 450 to 850 horsepower, where the Zona is rated from like 550 to 720. And to me, those specs kind of indicate that the Garrett's a little more efficient because it should spool the same, but it won't kind of start falling off like a turbo out of its efficiency range would. Because that's the only limiting factor on this right now. It's like 32 pounds of boost.
It's pretty crazy.
Stock unopened engine.
What's the? I mean, you expect to drive 20,000 miles on that before it blows up?
I don't know. I don't think it would.
You don't think?
No. I think it can handle it. We'll see. I think you'd be more likely to blow it up doing something dumb like ripping on it cold or with bad gas than just from wear and tear.
Yeah.
I think that's more likely that you will blow it up or something will go wrong because of a dumb mistake rather than actually because
Well, and you blow
wear
it
and
up
tear.
too, and you start chasing horsepower.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, trying to squeeze an extra 25 horsepower out of it just for the dyno sheet.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Nice.
You know you're moving up in the world when Alberto is no longer using his pure strength. He was actually using a tranny jack.
At the moment where Alberto's getting too old for this, needs actual tools.
Dude, you're not even 26 yet. Stop talking about being too old.
I'm old.
Tommy's literally older than Alberto.
He looks older than me though.
Ooh, that means I'm more seasoned.
What did you find, sir?
A lot of stuff that should not be in the bottom of the transmission.
Like what?
I believe that's your third gear right there. And there. And there.
Smells great, huh?
And not there.
So, let it be known that no lift shifting on a Z32 trans, not a good idea.
Yeah, don't do it.
Dicey or not?
Just watch that.
Just watch the S13 and the R30. Whoops. Did I almost throw the beans?
Hold on.
What?
No, I'm just keep walking.
Oh, are you covering your hand? Mm-hmm. So they can't tell.
You're still in the shot though. Don't worry about it.
R30. What? It's the R30. What?
Surprise.
Since we have to take the bell housing to put the RB bell housing, kind of inspecting everything, there's a little bit of metal. So Alberto now is looking through everything to try to see where that metal came from. Any idea?
Still haven't found it yet.
Alberto looks so confused right now.
Where did this come from?
That's broken, right?
Yeah, I just saw this like laying there. I was like, what is this? Where does it go?
Oh, that's a little weird. Is that one of the oh, it has a broken shift selector, dude. That's what broke. That's a common thing on these. The other side of it.
So this goes on that row as well. Okay, so yeah, we have a broken truck.
So the tranny's no good? Time to go get another one. Taking the truck on a quick field trip up to Sanford to stop by the Z32 plug and grab another trans. He normally will test them. He didn't have time to test these and he kind of told us, hey, just check it out beforehand. You know, if you have any issues, I'll swap it out with you. And lo and behold, you know, buying a trans from a wrecked car or whatever it came from can happen. So the one we're going to grab now though is a little bit more expensive, but it's a known good one out of a TT car. So this one was out of an NA car. Apparently it's the same internals, just a different bell housing. Some people say that the gearing is slightly different, some say the internals are slightly different, but the most knowledgeable people that we've talked to seem to say that they're identical. So I don't know, they both work. So there's a Holden here, right? Which is a pretty rare sight in the States. And apparently they want like 100 grand for it.
100 grand. I talked to the guy today.
You talked to him?
Yeah.
Why? Did you want it?
He says that it's not a converted left-hand drive Holden. It's an actual 1 out of 5 ever made left-hand drive, he says, and that's why he wants 100 grand. I don't know. Is that a thing?
I don't know. Comment below if you're not Aussie and you know. All right, time for transmission number 2. Looks like it slid pretty deep in there. Put it in a bin so it wouldn't make a mess. All right, looks like tranny number 3 has all the gears intact. Wasn't really much metal in it. Shifter on it feels a little bit better in regards to linkage too. My other one had some play. But right now Alberto is just cleaning off the RTV off the old bell housing. All you gotta do is put the RB25 bell housing on and it should just bolt right up. But it's getting kind of late and we've been having late nights, so we're just gonna basically call it here. And then tomorrow we'll put the tranny back in the car and see how it feels. Yeah, it's a bit messy. Alberto, since like he knows that this thing's getting lit on fire and or destroyed, he's just being a little bit of a troublemaker with it.
I'm getting excited right now. It's already like pre-soaked with oil, so it'll like burn right through.
So he's just been spilling oil on it. He's just been randomly drilling holes in it to take out his anger. Does it feel good?
You know what really sucks?
What?
This is where I drilled a hole.
You're serious?
I bet that there has to be like oil down here.
Is there? Is it dripping through?
I No, I don't think so.
That's funny.
But yeah, the holes are right. Well, a little bit, yes. There is. Look.
You know.
Something that some of you guys were asking about that I did see on, I think it was on Instagram or maybe in the YouTube comments, in regards to the toy drive open house that we're doing, which is not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. Like I said, our goal is to fill up the trailer with toys to go bring to Toys for Tots. If any of you guys want to contribute to that, mind you, you will have a local Toys for Tot place where you can donate toys, but if for some reason you want to send one here and you want us to bring it and you want it to be in the trailer or whatever, if you want to help contribute, that's totally cool, and I will put a link in the description with our mailbox address. Just be mindful, if it's not going to get here before next weekend, I would just hold off and donate to like a local toy drive, just because we are going to take the trip that Monday after the toy drive and bring everything over there. And I'd like, if we just have like toys straggling in, I don't know. Yeah, you guys understand. So anyway, just putting it out there. No pressure at all. Like, you guys have local places where you can donate toys for Toys for Tots or other organizations. But if you want to do that, I just want to put it out there. Y'all hear that? We got some music in here. So my homie Josh Avery, aka Diffusers and More. If you guys remember, I made a video forever ago. He made some diffusers for my 335. And I asked him to see if he had an amp, because he parts out a lot of cars. And he had one, but he didn't have it anymore. And he wound up sending me an amp. Josh, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I can listen to music again in my car, and it's great. I don't have to listen to this terrible exhaust. Jokes.
So today's a pretty good night, and by that I mean we got home early enough where I was able to do the dishes, eat. All right, there's two things. Order some snow tires, because you know we gotta go up and rip the evil in some snow, all right? All right, I got all that done. On top of that, I had enough time to not only play guitar, but learn a really cool song. It's called Overstepping by Belmont. It's a band that I found through one of my friends, and they have a lot of cool, like really technical guitar riffs in it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to learn a song tonight since I have time. And like the beginning is kind of shaky, as you guys will see. I'm just gonna play it for the outro. But the riff after that, that's like one of my favorite ones in the song. It's really fun, and I feel like I got it pretty down. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna have time to film this clip and watch Game of Thrones, I think, which is sick. So it's a great day. Got the cabinets installed. Got the trans somewhat sorted. We'll finish that tomorrow, but I don't know. Stoked. Hope you guys are stoked, and I'll see you tomorrow.